Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dave, and this is where I show you how to automate your life and your business. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to automate your social media posting, specifically with the platform X. Now this video is going to be a little bit different than the first two that I made previously. The first two were just pure workflows, automation workflows, sorry. They did not involve any AI, but in this one, we're going to be building our first AI agent. So the way it's going to work is that we're just going to have a schedule trigger. It's going to activate our AI agent, create a post, and then automatically send that over to X. Now, a workflow like this can save you a lot of time. So if you don't like thinking of what to post, planning what to post, doing the actual posting on your phone or your computer, this can completely automate that. So it's hands-free. We're going to be using our AI agent to think of the post and then automatically send that over to X. So I'm going to be teaching you how to set up your X credentials, creating the app in your developer account, so you can set that up with N8N, and then we're going to be using N8N to automate that with our LLM, which today I'm going to be using Google's Gemini. All right, so enough talk and let's get started. All right, so for this video, I'm going to be using this X account. I created an account for my dog, Zoom, so he has his own X account. This is the one we're going to be automating. He somehow has 2 followers already, so I guess he's getting popular quick. But we'll see how it goes after this automation is all set up. All right, so before we get started, I'm just going to show you a few things that you're going to be needing to get this workflow to work. I'll show you how to get each one of these things, so don't worry about that. So one thing you're going to need here is your Gemini API key. So that's so you can use the Gemini model with the AI agent. Then from your X developer account, which I'll show you how to get or sign up for, you're going to need your client ID and your client secret. So that's going to be for your credentials when you're setting that up in N8N. The next thing you're going to need to do is enable your Google Sheets API. So that's just so you can use a Google Sheets node. That's really quick. It's just clicking a button. Really, that's all it is. And then Discord Webhook is what you're going to be needing for the notifications at the end. I put optional here because you don't have to have that. It doesn't really affect the functionality of it. It's just one of those things that are nice to have. All right, so that's what you're going to be needing. So by the end of the video, you're going to have an N8N workflow that uses an AI agent to post to your X account on a schedule automatically and lets you know through Discord. So let's get started. Okay, so this is the workflow that we're going to be building today. It's right in my GitHub here, so if you want to grab the template, I have the link in the description below. Completely free. So when you get there, you'll see this called X Post Generator. I talk about it a little bit here, just going over how it works real quick. Here it is, X Post Generator. Just copy the JSON, put it in a file, and then import it in N8N. If you're not sure how to import workflows, I did show you how to do this in my last video, so go check that out if you want to learn that. This is what it's going to look like here after you import the template. So I have some setup instructions right here going over the steps of what you need to set up in order to connect your accounts with this workflow here. I'll show you how to do that anyways in this video, but just an FYI, I have the setup instructions here as well. So let's go ahead and do a little demonstration here. So right now I have this connected to my personal X account. So I'm going to run this demonstration and we'll see what it looks like when it makes a post to my account. So this is on a schedule trigger. Right now I have it set to every 3 days, but I'll just select here just to run it right now. And let's see it in action. So right now it's hitting the agent. It's updating the post history. Sent me a notification on Discord, which I'll show you how to do that as well. Let's go ahead and check out my X account. Let's do a refresh. Boom, there it is. 15 seconds ago, here's the post that it made. Let's check out the text and the output. What's a recurring task? There we go. So there's the text that the AI agent presented in the output, and then this is what was posted on my X account. All right, so let's go ahead and start this on a blank canvas. You can just follow along in the template that you imported. I'll just show you building from scratch just so I can explain node by node how each one works, but follow along with the template, or feel free to do it from scratch if you like as well. All right, so blank canvas, here we are. Let's start off with the trigger. So like I mentioned in the last in the demonstration there, this is a schedule trigger. So I'm just gonna go look for schedule trigger right here. So again, I had the other one set for every 3 days, but you can do it however often you want. If you want a little bit more frequently, you can set it to hours, and then you can put every 12 hours, just like that if you like. I'll just leave it like that for now. Perfect, there we go. All right, so right away we're gonna add our AI agent. So it should be right here. The first thing, AI, click on that. There's AI agent, so we're gonna select that. Perfect. Now here it is, ready to go. We're gonna change one setting here. Right here, it's set up as if you had a chat configured to this, which we don't have. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna change this to define below. Again, this is already set up in the template, but this is where we're gonna put our prompt. I'll show you how to set that up later. What we're gonna do is set up our chat model. So again, I'm using Google Gemini, so I'm gonna select that. And then for the tool, I'm gonna set up Google Sheets. Perfect. All right, so right now for me, it's automatically setting up my credentials there, but when you import the template, it's not gonna have that set up unless you already did this ahead of time. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'll show you how to set up your Google Gemini API key, and then I'll also enable the API for Google Sheets, which is super quick. So I'll do that right away next. Okay, so to get your Google Gemini API key, you're gonna wanna go to Google AI Studio. So again, I also have this linked in the description below, so go ahead and check that out. So once you're on this page here, you're gonna go to the bottom left right here, say Get API Key, gonna click on that. And then right here, you're gonna click on Create API Key. Now right here, you can give it a name, or just call it N8N YouTube, like that. Select the project. And this is the one that I made from last time. You can create a new one. If you want to stick to the one where you have your other stuff enabled, I would recommend doing that. If you don't see in the list here, you can click on Import Project, and you should be able to see it here. So just in case you don't see the project that you want to use, that's what I did for this to show up. So I'm going to select that, Create Key. And there we go. So the cool thing about this is that it's not one of those things where you only see it once and then it goes away forever. You can always come back here and recopy the key if you ever lose it. So right here, we're gonna hover the mouse where it says copy API key. I'm gonna click on that. And going back into our workflow, I'm gonna double click our Google Gemini node. I'm gonna go ahead and select create new credential. Now this right here, this is where you're gonna paste your key. I'm gonna put it in right here. I'm just gonna rename this for myself to keep things organized. N8N YouTube. Let's click save. And there we go. And that's all set up. Now I'm gonna leave this right here at 2.5 flash, but 2.5 Pro should be available right there. You can choose that if you like, but I'm gonna leave it at flash. All right, now next we're gonna enable the API for Google Sheets. Now, to do that, you're gonna wanna go to a different site. This is your Google Cloud account, the same one as we configured in the last video. I have the link in the description for this as well, just in case. But once you're here, you're gonna go in this search. I already got it typed up, but you're just gonna put Google Sheets. Put Google Sheets there, you're gonna select Google Sheets API. Click on that. Now, I already have mine enabled, but what you're going to see if you don't have this enabled, it's just going to be, instead of manage, it'll say enable. You just click on that and then you're good to go. And that's pretty much all you have to do for Google Sheets API. Okay, so now going back into our workflow, let's go ahead and set up our Google Sheets node. I'm going to open it up. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to create a new credential. So create new credential. Now I'm going to put all my info here. If you remember how to get your client ID and client secret, if you have that saved from the last video, go ahead and put your information in here now. Otherwise, if you haven't set this up yet, just go ahead and check out my first video. I'll put the link in the description below, and that'll show you how to set up your client ID and client secret for Google. But let me go ahead and I'm going to add that information here. So copy, put that there. I'm going to hit save. Let's sign in, advanced, and then go to your domain there. You're going to select all and then hit continue. All right, boom. And that's what you want to look for. Connection successful. Great. I'm going to name this N8N YouTube, just so I know which one is which and I don't get it mixed up. All right. Now we're going to have to set up a file here. So what this file is, it's going to store all the posts that have been created. So when the AI agent posts the X, or I guess sends the text to the X agent and sends a post, it updates that Google Sheet. And then once it runs again, it references that same sheet just to make sure it doesn't post the same thing again. Because when I was testing with this earlier, it was getting too repetitive. So I had to set that up just to keep it fresh and keep the post, not all looking the same. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go to our Google Drive. Okay, now let's create a new Google Sheet. So new sheet. I'm going to name this post history. Post history. The sheet here, you can leave it like that. I'll just rename it to tweets. Just like that. And I'll just name this cell right here tweets. I think they sell color tweets with X. I'm actually not 100% sure. But there you go. That's all you have to do within this Google Sheet. And then one key thing, there we go, refresh, is you're gonna want to make sure that it's shared out. Otherwise, N8N is not gonna be able to see it. So share. Anyone with a link. Done. Perfect. Now going back into our workflow, that was the other one. All right, so this is the one that we're working on. You're gonna select post history. There it is. We just named it. Sheet. Tweets. Perfect. Now right here, what we did here is just sheet within document, get rows. So that's what we're going to do in here. Get rows. Let's already set up there. Perfect. So this one I'm just going to rename check history. Check post history. All right, perfect. There we go. Leave it like that. And I'm going to go back, save. All right, so the next thing we're going to have to do here is set up the prompt for our AI agent so it knows what to do and what type of posts it needs to create. So we're gonna go ahead and open that here. Now right here, you can type up your prompt, tell it what to do. Key things that you need to know is that for X, it needs to stay within its 280 character limit. And then make sure you instruct it to reference the Google Sheet for the history. Now you can either type it up yourself, or you can be lazy like me and use ChatGPT. So this is the prompt, or the prompt to create my prompt. Sounds kind of crazy, but that's what we're doing. Right here, basically, I'm just saying, hey, I need a prompt for my AI agent, for my X account. This is where I specify the character limit using the sheets to check for the post history, and then just kind of an overview of what I want to post. All right, so it's just gonna make suppose for my dog. So let's see what type of prompt it'll come up with. Do. All right, here we go. There we go. Now it's never. Oh, most of the time it's not going to come out absolutely perfect the first time. You'll still have to tweak some things, but let's just try this out. Let's just see how this works out. So I'm gonna just go copy this, and then let's go in here. I'm gonna paste it in just like that. That's all you have to do pretty much for here, and we're halfway done. Awesome. The next node we're gonna set up here is going to be our X node right here. So N8N has a built-in node here for X in brackets, formerly Twitter. We're gonna select that. Create tweet. So they are called tweets. All right, so this one automatically connects to my account, existing one, but I'm gonna show you now how to set up your X account. You're gonna have to sign in for a developer account, get your client ID, client secret. So when we're creating our credentials, we're gonna have to set up our client ID and client secret. So next, I'm gonna show you how to do that. Okay, so the developer portal is where you're gonna need to go to set up your developer account. If you're using the same browser where you have yourself logged in your X account, it'll already pull your account here. So there's a picture of Zoom right there. Let's go right here and select sign up for free account. Now you're gonna check here, check all these. This part was kind of annoying. It basically wants you to describe the use case for this API, and it needs to be at least 250 characters. I already have something typed up, so I'm just gonna paste that in there. Just gonna hit submit. Had to hit it a couple times there. I'm not sure what happened, but right here, developer portal. Now this is where we're gonna make our configurations. So let's expand projects and app. Let's go to the default app. Now we're right here where it says user authentication settings. We're gonna go setup. Make sure you check this one, read and write and direct message. Type of app, I'm gonna select web app info, callback URL. Now for this, we're gonna go back into our workflow. Not that one here. Okay. You're gonna grab this right here. So you're gonna just click on that. That'll copy to your clipboard. Go back to your developer portal and paste that in there. Website URL. I have my own personal website, so I'm just gonna put that in here. DevTech.io, and I'm just gonna hit save. That's all you need to put in there. And it just wants to make sure that you're sure. So yes. Okay, so once you've done that, it's going to take you to this page here, right here, where it's going to present you with your client ID and your client secret. Now you're going to copy both of these, keep it somewhere safe. I'm just going to do that right now. ID, client secret. Okay, so now let's go back into our workflow, and we're going to paste those properties right in here. So copy, paste, connect my account. There we go. I'm gonna sign in with Zoom. All right, so I'm gonna put the username. Put in my password. Awesome. Authorize app is what you're going to want to click, and there we go. Connection successful. Excellent. Perfect. I'm going to name this one Zoomy account. All right, save. All right, so now we have our credentials set up. We're just going to leave it like this for now. Back to canvas. If you're using the template, you don't have to worry about that. So next thing we're going to do here is create our Google Sheets. I'll leave this right. It's just it's red because I didn't set up the what to post, which I'll do later. All right, so now this Google Sheet is going to be referencing the exact same one that we set up earlier. So this one, we're going to go append row in sheet. Right there. Leave everything as is. You're just going to select the same Google Sheet and then the same sheet that you named it. All right, we're going to leave that just as how it is for now. All right, we're getting pretty close. We can pretty much test this right now just to see how it works. I'm going to turn these two off for now. Let's see what kind of post our AI agent makes. So execute workflow. Okay, so let's see. What did I make? Just stuffed out the best patch of grass. Awesome. Okay, good enough for me. All right, so now we're gonna reactivate these ones right there. On our X account, we're gonna just grab output, paste it right in there. All right. And then for our Google Sheets, for our Google Sheet, we're going to be referencing that same output. So going to the AI agent, we're gonna drag output and we're gonna put it right in there. Done. All right. Perfect. Now let's do that one more time. If we check our Google Sheets, what we're gonna make sure that happens here is that it updates the history. So that's what it's going to be doing right here. So let's run this one more time. Actually, I'm just going to hit refresh. All right, let's run this one more time. What it's going to do this time, it'll do the same stuff here. It'll create a post. It'll check this one's just to check the history, which is empty right now. It should send to our X account and then update that same post into our Google Sheet. So let's go ahead and run that right now. Awesome. Let's take a look at our sheet. There we go. So there's a new post that I just made. And let's go ahead and check our X account. So zoom, let's refresh. Awesome, there we go. So there's a post that I just made right there. This is pretty much working exactly how it needs to be. This is how it works right out of the template. We're gonna do the next optional part here. You don't have to do this, but this is just nice to have, is the Discord notification. That's what we're gonna set up next. It's not too hard, so let's go ahead and configure that. All right, so here we are in Discord. This is a fresh account, so I'm just gonna create a server. I'm gonna select create my own, just selecting any settings. I'm just gonna call this Dave's, or just Dave YouTube. Create. All right, perfect. So now what we're gonna do here is we're gonna create a channel. Text, I'm just gonna call this Zoom X account. Create channel. All right, so there we go. Now what you're gonna do here is in the gear icon, you're gonna go edit channel, integrations. You're gonna select Webhook, so create Webhook. And if you open this up right here, you can name this whatever you want. So usually it picks a default name. You can rename it. I'll just leave it as SpideyBot. And then channel. Now what you're gonna click on here is copy Webhook URL. All right. Okay, so once you've done that, now we're gonna go with the plus sign right there. We're gonna add Discord. We're gonna pick send a message. All right, so now I'm just going to select Webhook right here. I'm going to create a credential, and this is where you're gonna put your Webhook URL. There you go. I have a lot of webhooks here, so I'm just gonna name this Zoom's Webhook just so I can tell the difference. But that's pretty much all you have to do. Just paste your webhook URL in there and click save. All right, so now that that's done right there, all right, you're gonna put in the same thing as you did in the sheet here. So you can even just drag and drop that right there. Again, this is all in the template. So expand. I'm just gonna add a little bit more. So I'm just gonna say, hello, your post to X has been successful. Here is what was posted. All right, I'm gonna put the post and buy. Good enough. So that's it for our Discord configuration. Let's run this one more time just to make sure that everything works together, and we'll see if this works as well. Make something totally different. So let's run this. It's running through the agent, checking his history, made the post, and here's a notification. There we go. Now, although this did work, I had to make some changes to the prompt. Let's go ahead and take a look at that tweet that I just made. I'm just going to refresh. So there's a second one. As you can see, for some reason, it's mentioning that it's checking the history. I don't really want that. So this is what I mean earlier when I said you had to make some tweaks. So I took some time to do that. So that's why this is yellow. I'm just gonna do a quick refresh here. Let's just run it one more time. Let's see how it works now. All right, let's see. Okay, there we go. That's much better. Let's take a look at our X account. Hit refresh. Excellent, there we go. Making the posts. I'll probably just delete those two later, but otherwise you have a perfectly running, functional, and automated AI agent that creates a post. If you made it to the end, thank you very much for watching. I hope this was helpful for you, and I hope this automation really helps you with your social media managing. Again, like I said earlier, this is something that can save some time, or even just gets rid of the task of even trying to think of what to tweet. But otherwise, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please hit like and subscribe if you want more content like this. It'll really help out this channel. And if you run into any issues or have any questions about this automation, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll try to respond to as quickly as I can. But otherwise, enjoy your brand new AI agents. I'll see you in the next one. Happy automating.